are the most visible aspect of furry fandom. How many people have not been around fursuiters before? For how many people is this the first time you've actually interacted, had a chance to interact with fursuiters? Well, sir. Yeah. No, don't be shy. This is your first furry con. That's okay. There are some things we need you to know about the fursuiters. First off, they cannot wear hats. First off, many of them cannot wear hats. Okay. They are adorable, they are cute, they are fluffy, and people come up and they want to pet the fursuiters. They go, oh look, a fursuiter, and they want to scratch the fursuiter. Yeah. That doesn't grow back. If you want to go up and scratch this suit, you're going to damage it. This suit, if I may, now some folk don't like to reveal this, but these suits cost a little bit more than it costs to get across London on the underground, but only slightly. May I ask how much? Okay, I got to ask the units on that.
He's asking for the hour.
So what do we have here? 1,300 euros? Was that 250 pounds? And 1,000 pounds. I could buy a house in America for that. These are amazingly expensive creations. These are not clothing. These are works of art. They are artwork that can be worn. You should treat them, and they have fleas, yes, but you should treat them like artwork. Don't go up and put your hands all over. You just popped a few nice chockies in your mouth, and you're going to come up, oh, I'm going to hug you. They are notoriously difficult to keep clean. They are fragile. We have seen suits get damaged from what may seem to be the most innocuous thing, especially the head. Somebody comes up and they want to ruffle the head on the fursuiter here. Sometimes that is attached very firmly to his actual head. We have had neck injuries. We have had people had hair pulled out because people want to grab the fursuit head and they go wiggle, 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 like that. Don't do that. If you're not going to walk up to a random person on the underground and do that, don't do it to a fursuiter. Because the fursuiter is liable to throw you up against a wall and take you in. Especially if he's dressed like that. Now, other things about fursuiters.
Make sure not to touch the rope, please.
Oh yes, I'm going to go pet the fursuiter, yay! Never touch a fursuiter's chest. You don't know who's in there. You know, it's like, oh, puppy, oh. Sorry.
Oh my.
It's bad form. It is bad form to, actually it's bad form to touch a fursuiter anywhere you would not touch a random person on the underground. Of course, that's probably a bad example. On the underground. And you know how many people have, like, groped me on the underground? Anyway, something else about fursuiters. I'm going to... Here we have a fursuiter, right? And he's happily standing there, looking in that direction. And I'm like, oh, here's a cute fursuiter. Oh, puppy, I hug you, yay! I've just broken his spine. Yes. Again?
Something.
What?
Why couldn't he see you?
Oh, why couldn't he see me? Well, I can see his eyes. Can't he see me?
No.
No? I'll tell you what, I'm going to ask you to do a demo on this one. I'm going to do a demo on this one because this one looks like this one's got really nice vision here. Okay, step forward. Good. What we're going to do, Dari, make a date later. We're going to stand here. We're going to put our arms out. Dari, how about you do this on Big Blue here, okay? We're going to put our arms out to the sides. I would like you to hold up your paws. I would like you to hold up your paws when you see our hands come into your field of view. Wow. Ah. So this is this field of vision. So if I'm even standing here, this fursuiter cannot see me. You cannot see me, okay? No. So if I approach the fursuiter, this person does not know I'm here, is not prepared for a sudden impact. Also, if this fursuiter is walking along and I cut in front of him, her, it, that is a surprise. You should try to remember to approach a fursuiter from the front. It's just like any wild animal. Approach them from the front so they see you coming. Don't surprise them. You want to come up to them and say, hello, I am a big fan, and I've got chocolate all over my hands, and I'm hugging them. No, I don't. I make a habit. It's good. Oh, here. Well, that's interesting. Cute. It's adorable. Oh, I gotta get a picture. It's so sweet. Oh, look at you. Yeah, oh boy. Here, smile. Smile. Okay. Keep smiling. Hang on. Gotta focus. There you go. There we are. There you go. Okay, thank you. You know what? You're still laughing. This sort of thing has happened. We have come across fursuiters who are just lying there with these big, happy grins on their faces, and they're smiling, and people are taking their pictures, and isn't that adorable? And then Dari comes along, and he looks down, and he says, oh dear.
We need the scissors.
Yes, we have an unconscious person. Oh, suddenly woke up. We have an unconscious person. It is perfectly okay. It is perfectly good form if you see a fursuiter not moving to get into the field of vision and say, are you all right? Now, if it nods, that's fine. Then you can take his picture. If it does not respond, first rule of first aid on the shoulder. Hey, are you okay? Hello? If they still do not respond, find a gentleman with the armband, find a staff member. We now have a medical emergency. This person has passed out, likely from heat exhaustion, or, God forbid, heat stroke. Both of these are potential life-threatening situations. It's not cute, it's not funny when a fursuiter passes out. The person in that costume may be dying. That is an important point.
And if you see someone running around with a green lanyard with a little white cross on them, that's our first aiders. Move. Grab them if you have something like that.
Yep.
Dory. Die.
One of those.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's one of our first aiders.
And if you do not see one of them, you do not see a green lanyard, you can shout the word help loudly. It will get attention. Don't run away and leave the person to go find a red lanyard. Stay with the person, send somebody for help. Again, this has happened. If you are a fursuiter, know your limits. If you start to feel overheated, nice in here. If you start to feel unwell, you need to go somewhere and take off your head. Now, if a fursuiter is feeling unheated, there's a universal gesture that they use. Yes, they'll sit there and kind of fan their face. That is a signal to the people around them, I am feeling very, very overheated. You can say to them, do you need help? And they will either say yes, or they'll say no. There are two very simple answers. By the way, anything that is not no is yes, because one of the symptoms of heat exhaustion is mental confusion. If you see a fursuiter doing this, and you say, do you need help? And they say, that's yes.
And don't wonder if they don't answer. It is an unwritten rule for fursuiters not to talk in fursuit,
Yep.
and not to take off their head in public. That's just something you don't do.
it's part of the unwritten rule. Fursuiters don't like to, as we say, break the magic. They've created this illusion. They don't want to destroy that illusion. Neither do they want to die. Neither one is good.
Which brings us to elevators.
Yes, lifts, as you like to call them here. If there's a queue at the lift, oh, I sound so British. If there's a queue at the lift, it's not a convention rule, as far as I know, anywhere, but it is considered good form to let the fursuiters go on first, because they probably want to get up to the room and take the head off and go, and drink a few liters of water. If you are a fursuiter, you must drink water, because you can lose half a liter of water an hour in one of these suits. That's a lot of your body liquid. Some people say, oh, it's a wonderful weight loss program. Yes, so is death. What else about fursuiters? We talk about clean hands. I make a habit. It's a scientist thing. Before I touch or hug a fursuiter, I always, just make sure I don't have to, like pick my nose or something here. Now, I want to hug a fursuiter.
Kage,
What?
do you want to have some tail?
Oh, don't do that. You would think that would go without saying, but apparently it doesn't. Don't pull the tail. Just don't. If you pull the tail, you rip the tail. You rip the tail, you damage a fursuit that may cost more than 1,000 pounds. You want to pay for that? I didn't think so.
Also, please keep other people from doing that. We had children running around in the lobby yesterday evening doing exactly that. It's our job to keep that from happening, but if you see that, please interact with them, tell them, don't do that, not good.
Yep. As you would, if you're talking to a child, the same thing you do if you saw the child pulling the tail of a poor helpless dog who was yelping. Don't do that, that's going to hurt him. Because that kind of fries the kid's brain for a second. We talked about approaching fursuiters. Oh, taking pictures of fursuiters. Yes, yes. Fursuiters love to have their pictures taken. Get my camera out here. Okay. And how's this thing work? Okay, what is the universal gesture? May I take your picture? Yes, yes, you kind of pose or something like that. And I'm going to get up here and I'm going to say, okay, hold on, hang on a sec. Let's see. Yeah, I know. Hang on, it's charging. It's wait a minute. No. He doesn't have all day. He's probably getting very hot standing there. Try to get it focused quickly, and especially during the fursuit parade. If there's a fursuit parade, don't stop the parade. Don't say to somebody, hold it, and sit there and dick with your camera, because, remember what I said? Everybody turn and face Dari, all right? You're in the fursuit parade, everybody start parading, and then this guy stops. Yep, that's what happens. So, you're sitting dicking with your camera, and you go around and you say, okay, I'm ready, I'm going to take my picture of you there. Thank you very much, yay. That's a mean thing. That's his eye.
Kage, post it on Twitter.
I should. That's a mean thing to do. I've just blitzed in this guy's eye here. They don't like that. It's hard enough to see. Now he's got these big purple spots in front of his eyes. He's going to be stumbling around blind. And believe me, there are better ways to go blind. Anything else? From the fursuiters themselves, you can whisper to me something. Folks who are new to the fandom should know. We told them, don't walk in front of you, don't run up and jump on you. For God's sake, don't run up and jump on them. That's assault and battery. You can be charged for it. Yes? Yes.
Don't pull on ears and stuff.
Oh, yes. The ears go along with the tails. Don't pull on any part of the suit. Generally, if you want to even lay hands on the suit, you really should ask first. Or make some gesture like, puppy, is it okay? Scratch. You can rub gently. May I pet your chest? But I won't. Because it's bad form. All right. Anything else folks need to know?
The pool.
What?
Don't jump into the pool with a fursuit.
Oh yes, don't jump into a pool. There's two reasons why.
Yeah, the technician at your reference had a lovely collection of little things that look like tribbles. It spent I think it was an hour in the filter.
Oh.
Such a ball.
Yeah. Which caused the filter to burn out, and what was it, like 3,000 euros to fix something like this?
More than that. It caused the flooding of the whole machinery.
Yeah. It looks cute, but don't. The other thing is, when this suit gets sodden with water, it's going to get very heavy, and you may not be able to keep yourself on the surface.
And on that note, please, when you have something to drink and you're in a fursuit, do not walk along the lake shore. The water is muddy, the water is deep.
How about if you're not in a fursuit and you've had something to drink?
Don't do it either.
Yeah, but my hotel's across the lake.
I want to swim to Kage.
Oh, there's another thing. Fursuiters, and this goes for everybody, but fursuiters in particular, you're going to take this suit off. It's going to be wet. It's going to be soppy. You need to hang it up to dry. We've got to find somewhere to hang it. Oh, here we go. We'll just hang it from this thing. Don't. Because people have. Do you know what happens when you hang something from that? That's not a load-bearing thing. As a matter of fact, that is extremely fragile. It's designed to break with very little force or temperature. That is an ill-named device. They call it a sprinkler. Sprinkler sounds like a gentle summer shower. They should call that the fucking gusher. It is designed to deliver an enormous amount of water into a very small area in the shortest possible period of time. If you hang a fursuit from it, it will do just that. And it will flood the hotel. And it will cause tens of thousands of pounds worth of damage. And if you're responsible for that, Dari will give you this expression. That expression basically means it's Leipzig time. Anything else they should know? Yes. Oh, yes. Very good. Fursuiters heading for stairs. Nothing wrong with telling them, hey, there's stairs, because there's a fair chance. Let's do this from the other direction. You're staring at the audience, right? I'm going to start bringing my hand out, and I want you to tell me when you're looking straight ahead, when you would see my hand. Right about now? Yeah. So, basically, to about this point, am I right, is the bottom of your field of vision for the floor. Yeah. He may not be aware there are stairs. He may not be aware there's something in his path. It is good for us to be vigilant. If you see a fursuiter happily walking along and there's a hazard in his way, assume he doesn't know it's there. And you can say to him, hey, stop, watch out. Particularly if it's a small child. Because children are all out of the range of vision of these wonderful creatures. If you see a child going to a fursuit, you can always shout, hey, Big Blue, look down. And they will see the small child down there going, and happily interact with it.
Same goes for ceilings. We have very low ceilings, very low door frames. It doesn't hurt to warn them, because even we without a fursuit sometimes hit our heads on that.
Colonel Dreer at Midwest Fur Fest. Has anyone seen the film Bitter Lake?
Yeah.
Colonel Raiden Dreer, that amazing, sexy black wolf, I love him to pieces. He is, in real life, two things. One, Dutch, two, gigantic. The suit is more than 2 meters tall. It is a colossal suit. And those horns can scrape this ceiling.
Wow.
Remember what I told you about these? I watched him at Midwest Fur Fest, where the ceiling is about this high. Downstairs. Going along, and those horns were going on either side of those little sprinkly things. And I'm following, going, not my fault, not my problem, not my con, not my fault, not my problem, not my con. Anything else? I need to tell you. All right, thank you. down and cool down here. I'm sure it's very, very